Hey guys, Mitch here with the Autodidact YouTube channel, and if you like Minecraft and you like making music, I'm going to show you how to turn one of these into a nice auto-clicking fish farm. So let's get to it. So like a lot of people, pretty excited about this Minecraft movie coming out. If you're watching this, I haven't watched it yet. But me and the kids really do like playing Minecraft. It's a nice chill way to just hang out and just build things without having to clean up a bunch of Legos, which is always nice too. But I don't have a lot of time to play, but I like making cool things, and I like having enchanted armor and all that kind of cool stuff. And so auto-clicking a fish farm is a really good way to do some of that stuff. And if you have a MIDI controller, Bluetooth or hardwired, then you can do that. So right now I have the EMK25 avatar. I've done a video on it. It is Bluetooth. I do have it plugged in physically right now to the phone via this little USB-C hub. I got a new phone recently, and I was testing it out to make sure it did work with hardwired, because I've done it for a little while with Bluetooth. If you do decide to do Bluetooth, when I go through the process, just enable the Bluetooth via something like GarageBand or any other music app that allows the Bluetooth MIDI connection, because it's a different connection. You can't just go to the MIDI screen and get the set up that way. You can't just go to the MIDI, or the Bluetooth setting and say, oh, I want to connect the Bluetooth keyboard. It has to be kind of, so if you got GarageBand, if you're not really doing too much in the music world, or it will be free to do that as well. And so let me switch back over to my phone screen. Let me close this. I have the settings open, and what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the switch control here, and then we have switches and recipes. And so the switch is what is going to allow you to tap a button and do a thing, and then the recipe is what's going to allow you to tell it what it's going to do. And so if we set up a switch here, I got it set up to Note 54, but if I want to do another one, external, and it'll get this screen here, activate the switch that you want. And so if I just press C, it'll do it, and I can see I pressed note number 60, but really you just got to remember what note you pressed. I just name it that just so it's easier. And then I'm just going to hit tap. And so now that switch is pretty much done. So I can go back over to here. I can hit, switch control. I can hit recipes. And so now I was testing a few things earlier. So let's create a new recipe. Let's name it Fish 2. Okay. We're going to assign a switch, note 60, and we're going to enable a custom gesture. So now what this screen is going to allow you to do is to touch. You can do this. If you needed to do something crazy, you could do all this stuff, and every time when it was activated, it's going to do all that crazy stuff. So I'm going to re-record, and you'll notice it says to orient the device how you're going to play. So if you're going to play Minecraft, you're going to play it in horizontal mode, and so I'm just going to tap kind of right there in the center one time and stop, and I can play it to see, and there's a tap, play, and there's a tap. Okay, so I'm going to save that, and so now that's a custom gesture. I'm going to go back and go back, Fish 2, and now launch a recipe. Now I'm going to tell it to do Fish 2, and going to go back. And so now if you don't know how to activate the switch controls, if you triple click, let me switch right here. Switch to the overhead here. So if I triple click the side button, the power button here, it's going to enable the switch mode. And you can see that it said switch for fish. And it's really not doing anything because I had it in landscape mode whenever. Go away. It's not what I wanted. Yes. Okay. So if I go back here, go back to Minecraft, log back into my server, and let's switch here. Now I'm going to, on my phone here, triple click the side, and that enabled the fish button, right? So I'm going to take my handy dandy little controller here. Let me get down to my fish farm, and I'll leave a link in the description for a fish farm that you can set like this, because basically it's hit or miss. They're easy to set up once you've done it a few times. But now I'm just going to tap the screen, and that's going to bring up the fish. And so now let me switch here so you can see what I'm doing. And you can see down here in the bottom, I'm going to hit the button. Make sure I target. So it's not pressing the fish. I might have hit it. And this goes into another kind of issue, is you've got to know where you're going to press on the screen for whenever you do it. And so if it don't work this time, like it's not working, then we can exit and go here, and we can edit. And we can go back, and we need to tap a little bit lower, so I'm just going to tap just a little bit lower. And I'm going to save that. Go back. Fish 2. Going to go back in. Go back into the Minecraft server. And I should still be right there at the fish button. And now if I again triple click, and now if I press, see, now it's going to hit. So I was a little bit high, now I've got it. You could put a little piece of tape or something so you know exactly where you want to tap. And let me switch back to that, and you can see every time that I press a key on the keyboard, it's going to fish. You're like, well, that's all well and good, but how do I automate that? Well, this keyboard here is really, really nice because it has an ARP function, and I can latch the ARP function. So if I hit ARP, you can see it's flashing. You see how quickly it's flashing because it defaults to 120. But if I hold the ARP button down and I use this little scroll wheel here, I can go all the way down to 20 BPM, which that means that if I set it to quarter note, which I just have to hit the quarter note, all the labels are here across the top. If you have a specific MIDI controller, then you'd have to get your own, figure out exactly what to do. This one is nice as well because it can set the tempo as well. The Arturia Mini Lab can do it as well, but you just need to be able to set, say, a quarter note or whatever. You'll be able to latch and move your octaves up and down however you need. So basically what we're trying to get at is have it press it every so often. So with fishing, it's about, with a really good fishing pole with full light, it's about anywhere from 7, I think, to 5 to 15 seconds to catch a fish, and so I like to go around 15 seconds. And so at 20 BPM at a quarter note, it's 3 seconds every note. And so if I just held it, it would fish way too fast if it was just, because every 3 seconds it's going to fish again. You can see that. Let me go back to that. See, every 3 seconds it's going to be trying to fish again. And so I need to, say, press 3 buttons, or 3 keys, essentially. And then every 3, 6, 9 seconds, it will fish again. So when you first do this, whenever you get a new fishing pole, it could take up to like 45 seconds. And so that's where some of the octaves could come in. You can do some BPM calculating math, but just an easy way I figured out is at 20 BPM, the quarter note is 3 seconds. And so you can kind of adjust from there how many notes that you need to do. And so like if you hit the octave to 3 or something like that with 5 or 6 notes pressed, then it will get about where you're at, where you need to be. And then that will work. And you can sit here and you can just let it fish and let it fish. And I will show you, since I've already done this. Let me get rid of the control here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, get rid of it. Resume game. Let me go down. And all these little chests, I've expanded it out some, and so as I fish, it will drop enchanted books, boots, pufferfish, tropical fish, get some leather in there, all the rotten flesh you can eat, bunch of boots, and I have that in all these. And fishing poles, so you can fish and get more fishing poles, and that's how you can easily. There's one unbreaking 3 and mending, so I could combine that with that or that and start and have a really, really awesome fishing pole and a lot of bows and stuff like that. So that works really good for that. And also I can remember how to get there super quickly. I think I do. Let me run over here to this set of mines. I like digging deep. But I should probably put some stairs. Oops. But it'll also work with other types of farms that you might want to AFK from. Like a zombie farm, which luckily I found one near the base. I think they already started, so oops. There we go. I knew it was there somewhere. So yeah, so here's my little zombie farm. There's a zombie spawner up here. I have some water. And again, I'm not a Minecraft tutorialist. Don't think I could do that. I don't have a PC to do the nice, I don't know how they do those really cool tutorials. I'm not that guy, but I can follow them pretty well. And oh yeah, I gotta enable the switch control. 1, 2, 3. You can sit here and do I need to latch it? I thought I latched it. Latch is on. Let me do like 30 seconds. So it'll just sit there and swing. And swing and swing. And the fire helps kill them quicker too. And you can just sit here, and good way to level up and good way to get some pretty cool loot. Let me see. There's more drops we can see. Yep. Turn the switch off. But you can see here, got plenty of rotten flesh, and we get leather caps and cool things like that. And you know, I put that there. You get more loot if you use something like this. I have Unbreaking Looting 3 on my sword, and so that helps with that. So that's another cool use for this hack, I guess. Not really a hack, but it's a fun little thing that you can do with Minecraft and a MIDI controller if you like to play and you like to have nice things, but you don't have time to sit there and grind and grind and grind. It's a pretty cool way to do what you want to do. And so, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will try to post links to some of the tutorials I followed for automatic or for fish farms and for some of the other farms that I like to do. And until next time, we will talk to you guys later. Oh man, this don't have any music on it. Do 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 do.